What are you doing, Chickle Chockle? Are you coming in, mate? It's got a cough now, the poor little sausage, isn't it? What's he doing down there? We don't know. Anyway, hello. Are you okay, mate? Cough it up, mate. It might be a gold watch. Poor little sausage. Hey, come here, sweethead. Hello. Today I'd like to take a look at this. And it's a bit of a shout out to a couple of channels, actually. One of my most favourite channels is Still Helmet Stan. Oh, well, I've got hundreds of favourites, actually. Nuts! I mean, I've got hundreds of favourites. So don't take it offensively if I don't shout you out, because I like your channels, love your channels just as much. But the list is endless. But anyway, I was chatting with Stan the other day. This thing weighs a bleeding ton, by the way. I'll explain what it is in a minute. It nearly broke the table. I was chatting with Stan and he said, oh, there's this new channel out, well, newish, and would I like to give them a shout out? And I thought, yeah, why not? Because that's the community we have in YouTube, isn't it? We shout each other's channels out and help each other. As my dear friend Rut Moe says, you know, hit the like button and be kind to each other. That works, bro. So there you go. So anyway, I'd like to shout out this video to Aaron's War History, which is, as I say, a new channel. I'll leave a pill in the prescription box below so you can connect to him. He's very enthusiastic, young lad. He's obviously a collector of militaria, which is much what I am, but I'm an old, you know. But he's young and enthusiastic, whereas I'm more like at the end of my career. But anyway, shout out to him, and obviously to Steel Helmet Stan. So what's this? This is a 75mm armor-piercing shell from World War II. It probably belonged to a PAK gun, which was what the Germans used to use to try and stop Russians from, or anyone that they didn't like, from coming up at them in tanks. You know, it rattles actually. Can you hear that? I don't know. There it goes. Did you hear that? Did you hear it yet? Maybe you're not. What that rattle is, oh God, I caught my finger under it, eh? I'm too old for this game. That rattle in there is tracer. It's the remains of the tracer shell that it would have had. You can hear it. Did you hear it ring then? It won't do it. It never does it when I want it to. Come on, sing for me. Sing for me. I'm joking. But ultimately, there were two types for the PAK. There was high explosive, HE, and there was armor piercing, which is what this one is. I found this in the woods, lodged in a tree, can you believe? And it was obviously used let's explain. Where I live used to be the Sudetenland, and it took an awful lot of activity during the Second World War. There was a huge amount of tank battles and offensives. One of the largest was the Battle of Lauban in 1940. I'll have to leave a link below. But it was towards the end of the war, and it was one of the last battles the Germans won against the Russians, who were obviously offensing. They were attacking, I should say. Trying to on an offensive, and the Germans managed to hold them back. My ex-wife was born in Lauban, so it's all kind of tied in to interesting stuff, sort of thing. But what would have happened is you'd have had a shell casing on there, wouldn't you? It would have been not chrome, it would have been a brass shell casing on there. Wow, I can't believe the weight of it, though. They must have had biceps like Arnold Schwarzenegger to load these things in constantly into those PAK guns. And anyway, there it is. I found it, innit? It's kind of, it looks like it's bounced off something. Probably a tank, because it's not quite round, is it? Shouldn't it be more round than that? Anyway, there you go. That's my review of it. It's a 75mm anti-tank shell, right? An armor pierce, and it's AP. It's armor piercing. Can you imagine though? Can you imagine that? Well, you can't weigh it. It's heavier than my Well, it's heavier than me. No, it's not. I'm joking. It's heavier than those nuts. But anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. I'll call it a day now before it goes even nuttier. There's Jimmy. You all right, Bubba? Jimmy, Hodge, yes, good boy. There you go, mate. Thanks ever so much for watching, and all the very best wishings and blessings and stuff. And I'll leave links, as I say, to these 2 channels below.